I need the Twitch, by the way. Ten four. I do not curse, don't worry. I'm not to say most casting. A thing not thinking. Well, the one thing don't think.
So my OBS reset for some reason. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Champions League. We have an unprecedented rematch here. Well, we've actually had it before in the regular season, if you remember, if you were around for it. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Champions League. We have a rematch of the lower semifinal. Unfortunately, Atomic was found to be in violation of the rules as he was smurfing, and so the series was called back. The official ruling was that LSV have to play with a sub. They can play with a sub, but their sub is 15 rating points under cap. And so this is the punishment that was given out to the players to the Lone Star Velocity team because of what happened. Atomic is officially suspended from Champions League. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we do not allow smurfing in any way, shape, or form. And so it's an unfortunate situation if you're LSV, and for SGE, you've been given a lifeline. Blitz, I sent you an invite to the party. But unfortunately, this is how things go sometimes. So we have a rematch. Tier 1 is waiting in the wings. Winner will play Tier 1 later in the week. But looking at the rosters, it's not on here, but it will be the 250 Frostivia coming in for Lone Star Velocity versus the regular starting lineup of SGE Esports. Now, I've got a brand new face on the desk here with me today. Blitz, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Blitz. I am a caster for many, many games,
Leave
Rocket
the
League,
match.
the Finals, Rainbow, and I am here today to hopefully give some sort of input that'll hopefully be good for everybody. Very excited. Cannot wait to see what happens here today.
Yeah, leave that lobby real quick. I had the wrong setting on.
God damn it.
But basically, obviously not the situation anyone wanted to see. And it's just where we're at with this. So, I mean, we're here. That's what matters, is that we are here and we have the rematch. And so it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here as LSV. The ruling was passed only a few days ago, and so they didn't have a ton of time to really warm up with their new player. And so you got to wonder how that's going to affect the team. Obviously, maybe a little bit of chalked mental, considering the fact that it's, I mean, you're replaying it and you feel like you should have been moving on. And just a reminder of how these teams got here. SG went 27-1 in the regular season, going 9-0, while LSV went 6-3. contenders for this matchup?
Definitely number one, Frostivia. With him being new to the team and being a substitute, it's going to be very interesting to see if they can capitalize with him or if they'll fall short with him. So I'm very interested to see how he comes up. Otherwise, I don't know. It feels pretty even all around. The only main thing that I would watch for is Swish as well on the other side of the team right now. He's going to be a very interesting contender, being a really big carry for their team. But I'd also like to see some of the other players here really come today and show them that they're here to fight and here to win. Because this is for a spot against Tier 1. So all of the marbles here are going to have to be played.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, final life for these teams. I mean, we've said that for SG already.
Definitely. Obviously, I wasn't here since I'm new to this whole thing, but I'm gonna have to take your word for this one on this one, and I'm gonna have to base everything I think based off of what I see here today. But these are two very strong teams. SG 9-0 right now in their standings with a 27 win, one loss. I mean, those are big numbers. Like, you cannot play those or scoff those at all. So SG is going to be a huge mountain for Lone Star to climb. So here's the real question: did they bring the right gear, and are they able to climb it? Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Shadow's mic is not working.
Well, I wish I knew that before. My entire OBS reset because my computer decided it was update time, and apparently everything's borked. That means that a
Well,
lot of
bork.
what I've said has not been heard on stream. That's just fantastic.
I promise
It's not.
you guys, chat. I promise there were great input. There was much great input.
Yep. It's not a Champions League stream without some sort of scuff or my PC screwing me over. We know this. But obviously for SG, gotta work on the shooting. That is what betrayed them last time. And some people were disappointed with Swish's performance. And so, I mean, a lot lies on his shoulders as obviously he is the man trusted to lead the team. Silver Bacon, welcome in, homie. How are you doing today? Welcome to the Champions League playoffs. We're still waiting on LSV to get in here, but already I have the lag symbols on my screen. I love this, but this is a
lag symbols.
rematched series. I mean, I mean, do you think SG come into this with a chalked mental or a revitalized mental?
Well, I mean, it could be either way because as much as, yes, they are now on a new roster, that is also the issue. It is a new roster. We have a player here that we haven't seen in the scene very much other than from free agency. So it's going to be very interesting because they're like, they're going to be happy because it's not the original three, but they're also going to be nervous because they don't know what to expect. It's like an unexpected variable. It can go either way. So as if I were them personally, I would be happy, but I would be cautious because all it takes is one, like, oh, these guys are going to be easy to completely send your game spiraling.
Yeah, and the other thing is that obviously for LSV, the mentals got to be chalked a little bit, as obviously, I mean, maybe they feel a little cheated, maybe they don't, and also obviously, I mean, you didn't expect to be replaying this series, and so obviously gotta refocus.
Definitely. I will be very curious to see how things go here today, and very shortly we'll be able to see exactly what happens and to see what Tier 1 will have to face to climb their ways back to the upper tide of the bracket.
Yeah, and just a reminder of what waits in the wings after is Tier 1 team that beat both of these teams and sent into the lower brackets. So maybe a little bit of nerves there as to as to as to really have to bounce back here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very curious to see just see how this team comps really come down, especially with Lone Star with the new player, to see if they really mesh together, or if they just fall on hard times here and take the L, ending their season. Because at the end of the day here, whoever loses is getting sent home, so everything is on the line, and there's everything to gain, everything to lose.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, as we wait for LSV to get in here, uh, it, I mean, this is going to be a really intense series.
Gonna be very intense. There's gonna be a lot of emotions. There's gonna be a lot of fighting here. So we're just going to have to see how this goes. And as I see the players flood on in, I think we're about to see exactly that.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're good to go. As everyone's ready to go, it will be beast mode starting for the side of LSV. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the rematch. SGE Sports given another lifeline. Can they capitalize upon it this time?
Already got a demo coming out from Swish here. Crazy to see this early on in the game. The really aggressive play style coming out from both teams.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a factor last time was the bumps and demos coming through, but also you gotta wonder what the plan is to kind of make Frostivia feel comfortable in this series. And so hopefully he's got enough practice with them and they can figure this out.
Definitely. As we see Lights Out taking a shot on goal, Fluffy getting the save here. Zohan kind of playing back for the most part by the looks of it, playing more passive, but now he's going in the aggressive up the wall, beast mode trying to read it.
Yeah, and Fluffy is the only one to actually read it, as this one just an early 1-0.
Great pass by Swish there to get that on that backboard to give an easy read to Fluffy.
Yeah, and right there, Lights just didn't really have a boost. And so, unfortunately, it is a 1-0 deficit. Fluffy trying to make it 2-0, but Frostivia, the newcomer on the block, going to be able to shut it down.
And Lights Out here with a nice little carry. Does he read the double? And he does. What a shot by Lights Out. Great read,
yeah,
great usage of boost.
Yeah, sorry for the little bit of spectator lag. I mean, it is great job by Lights Out. After an early mistake, just a little quick equalizer. And that's exactly what you want to see as Zohan taking off the pitch, but Fluffy gets this one through, and you can see just they are chasing Swish. Now, last time out, LSV's plan was basically never to give Swish time and space on the ball, and never let him do what he wants. So they really got to shut that down again, as that one would have been a beauty from Fluffy, but it doesn't come to fruition.
Definitely was a try. It was a great try from Fluffy there, but now he's passing it to center. Swish bringing out. Does Fluffy be able to capitalize on this? Gets the tap, and he does. Nice shot by Fluffy. And Swish is really playing the assister here, really giving great passes for his teammates to capitalize on.
Yeah, this is what he does. Swish not only is a threat all by himself, but I do not know why I'm lagging. He's not only a threat by himself, but he enables his teammates, and he just knows exactly how to utilize them in his favor, whether that's a passing play, whether that's a bump, whether that's just telling them where to go. He is so good at those things as he gets a reset here, but he just really isn't able to follow. Now Lights Out has a 1 versus 1, but Fluffy not gonna allow him to go anywhere near that net, as now you can see they have it quickly in transition. Swish takes it, but he doesn't have the boost to follow. And now we're seeing a bit of a slower game. And both of these teams kind of taking a deep breath, starting to feel each other out a bit more. As obviously this is not the same LSV team that they knew last time. And it feels like it's a much better SGE as well.
Definitely, it was a very nice touch there by Frostivia, and another great touch by Beast Mode. I'm definitely seeing a little bit more dominance on the attacking here. Lights Out, great goal by Lights Out, but I'm seeing a lot more dominance coming out here from LSV as just playing very aggressive and taking full advantage of that fact.
I needed to go turn my room light on because that goal explosion hurts my eyes. And I told you all that every stream I would reveal a little bit more about season 3. It is official. The nuke will be banned for season 3 for our light sensitive folks at home. And me. But we have a few light sensitive people, so ladies and gentlemen, if that's your favorite goal explosion, I'm so sorry. It's gone. As speaking of it's gone, it seems like the defense is gone, but Swish backflipped. Now he's trying to pass it down to the middle. Zohan's gonna rip a shot on target, and Beast Mode is gonna be able to just barely get back there and muscle it through muscle it through the offensive man. Great play out of Beast Mode. I almost called him Waffles. That's his old name.
Beast Mode had a great double save there. He really came in clutch there to stop that goal. With only 1 minute left on the clock here, LSV and SG neck and neck. Can go either way here, but LSV is very well on the defensive side right now, and that is being taken full advantage of by SG. Switch going for the easy upper. Zohan trying to capitalize, but Beast Mode not being able to get past this man one little bit. He's like a brick wall.
Yeah, he's come to play, and SG also have come to play. I mean, this feels a lot better than the last time we saw these two teams in their last outing. Zohan gets a pass to the middle, just barely blocked away by Beast Mode. But Fluffy still hanging around in the area, goes for the double tap, not going to get it through as Zohan follows it up, not going to be able to get it. Swish has to take over, dancing around, unable to get it through.
Very, very strong defense right now coming out from LSV, but they need the goal. Defense is not the goal right now, and there it goes in by Switch with 6 seconds remaining. Unfortunate for LSV, but they do have a chance here to possibly go for a really aggressive play and try to force their way into the net here with 6 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and just Lights Out caught a little bit unaware, as now they need to try to get this one towards the net, but they don't even have possession of the ball. They finally do, but where's the follow-up? Lights Out puts it to the middle. Swish says no, looking for one more, would have had it, and it's 1-0 SG.
Honestly, that was a great game right there watching that. The one thing I think that really made a difference was SG just had that boost economy. As I was sitting there and watching they just had such good boost economy, and they played it to their full advantage, and it showed. So I'm definitely going to be interested to see how Lone Star really tries to change this up and possibly become better for this.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think that was a bad game out of Lone Star Velocity in any sense. I think it was more just a kind of SG just playing really good team ball offensively, as you could see a lot of passing plays coming out from them. Swish diming up Fluffy for the second goal, and it just feels like they're rotating a lot better and they're moving in perfect tandem with each other. And so for LSV, I mean, your defense was great, but it wasn't great enough. So you need to turn it around here and be able to create those offensive counterattacks.
Where to God, spectate, thank you.
As we get into the next game, the players are ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, SG have won the game. They weren't able to do it last time, so already a better series out of SG, but the job's not finished yet, as this one is going to be finished by lights
early
out.
goal, lights out. Definitely very interesting to see. One thing I wanted to mention from the last match is Frostivia was on the bottom there in the scoreboard, and I'd like to see a little bit more out of them. And I know it's probably just a team chemistry thing, but hopefully here we'll see more from them this round.
Yeah, and now you can see the pre-jump from lights out. This was a part of that game plan they discussed in the post-game interview, was just not allow SG to have any room, or more specifically Swish, as Frostivia just driving around the pitch. It feels like he's still settling in, but I know he was practicing a lot with his team beforehand, but that is not what you practice, as a whiff on the defensive back end means that Fluffy will score.
And also coming up from Frostivia again, really interested to see what's going on right now, if the pressure is just making them fold or what the case is, but we really need to see some more from Frostivia if we want to see this LS team win.
Yeah, and I mean, right now for LSV, it's not like they're having a bad series. Just feels like SG are kind of that one step ahead every time as Swish gets that one through, but it's not going to be on target, as Beast Mode is going to be able to get the long clear out. Swish going for the corner read, not going to be able to read that one, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes books are not as easy as they seem to read. And now Fluffy just going to throw this one away. Oh my god, I missed defensively! Oh no!
Beast mode.
Oh no!
Well, how unfortunate is that from Beast Mode there to miss the ball?
I'd also like to point out, word from Beast Mode and Swish is this is their final season in Champions League. So this is one of the two's final dance. Here at the end, and one story will come crashing down. If my teammate doesn't stop insulting me in the Twitch chat, I swear to God, Nez. And now you can see some nice passing plays coming out, but Swish just able to shut it down. But Frostivia quick for the follow-up, but it's just not going to really go anywhere where his team can capitalize.
Definitely a Swish coming down. What a team pinch into the net by Swish and Zohan. What a read and what a play. Really showing that dominance and really putting some style on it.
Yeah, what a pinch. And I said that we needed to see SG working as a team, and my God, are they. What a beautiful pinch play from the GC3 and D3, as they were able to combine and put their team up by 2 now. And you gotta wonder when the nerves set in for LSV, as 2 members went for SG. Awkward positioning, but Beast Mode cannot get this through Fluffy. Dom Tut, welcome in. Go Zohan. Fans of Zohan, we love to see it. This is a replayed series, so Zohan and Co. given an extra life after a player was found to be cheating. So this is their moment to kind of turn things around and right the ship after being given a Hail Mary miracle. But so far, so good from Zohan and SG.
How unfortunate there. The accidental pass coming out from Frostivia. Frostivia really something seems to be bugging them because they're making a lot of poor decisions, which we would not expect out of them.
Yeah, and I think this is just that kind of new team chemistry not fully up to snuff. I mean, obviously, and Frostivia was the best free agent that they could pick up for this replacement, and this guy's got a lot of skill to him. Speaking of which, guys, Frostivia is streaming his POV with his team's comms. Make sure to go check him out at twitch.tv/Frostivia. And obviously, you can get a little insider look into what's going on at Camp LSV as Fluffy has turned on the burners to save that one.
100%. Now we got Lights Out here trying to get the read and hopefully trying to just get some momentum going. Lights Out with the great carry above one. Switch going for the read. Frostivia trying to go up to the side, but Fluffy with the full boost is going to actually get pretty well 50'd, and Beast Mode taking it up. Swish reading that one. Going back to Frostivia, trying to get this in the center so they can score, but Swish is one step ahead as always. But Beast Mode being able to go back and save that one right there. Frostivia now in possession of the ball. Going back to Beast Mode. Can they capitalize on this?
Yeah, Beast Mode. Air dribble through! Almost
What
got
a great
it
air
for
dribble.
3. But unfortunately, it was blocked away, and LSV still cannot even buy a goal. Cannot get it through. Ball sent away. And ladies and gentlemen, that might have been their final golden opportunity. LSV, missed opportunity, gone by the wayside yet again. And now SG are just running circles around them for the finishing blow. Zohan couldn't get it on target.
Couldn't quite put it in.
Silver Bacon, you say you're D2, but we do accept diamonds. You're more than welcome to sign up as we have one on the pitch here. Not Zohan is Diamond 3, and Swish puts the nail in the coffin, starting to bury LSV beneath the waves as it feels like they are drowning here in this series. Colossal Beast, welcome in. How do you sign up? Let me get the Discord link for you. We accept rank ranges Plat 1 to Grand Champ 3. Go to the Discord, find the sign up info channel, and there should be an application in there that says player application, and you just fill that out. When it asks for your trackers, that's your rank tracker, RL tracker. If you don't know how to access that, please ping an admin, open a ticket. We're here to help you. And Season 3 signups are open. We have weekly free agent showdowns to show off your skills for the upcoming draft. And next season, a little bit of insider info. A lot of people know it now. 16 teams, 8 professional esports organizations. Yeah, no nuclear bomb, much to Lights Out's dismay. But obviously, we love having new people in. Yep, it's the sign up info channel, Silver Bacon. Again, if you guys need any help, ping an admin, open a ticket. We are here to help you. I am an admin myself. But we love having new people in the league. We are so excited whenever we get new members in the Discord. People are always looking to play games every week. It says access denied. Hold on. I got this, guys.
Yeah, this is exactly what happened to me.
Cub! Fix it!
Cub! Fix the damn
Cub
thing!
Nuts is the owner.
Much
Cub
love.
Nuts is the owner.
Much love, Cub. But fix your damn thing!
Yeah, everyone yell at Cub. Hold on, guys. We will...
Hey, man.
We will get it to you
We're
in
missing
a second.
Beast Mode.
We are missing... no, Daniel's gonna be coming in. Cub, we just got 2 more people, so I think it's, like, fully broken now. Guys, open a ticket. Cubnuts will be with you shortly to fix that. But as we get into this game, ladies and gentlemen, final life for Lone Star Velocity. Daniel coming in, trying to right the ship. Frostivia almost puts one away early and lights out.
Lights
Skies
out, completely
the
throwing
shot.
it side. Nice block by Daniel here as Fluffy pushes it down. Switch. Oh, Switch not being able to put it on target. Daniel going up for it, hopefully trying to find a teammate down the pitch. Not being able to, Zohan denying that fact, and Fluffy taking the ball yet again. Lights out, trying to pass it to Frostivia, maybe get a little pinch going, not quite able to do it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it felt like early on both teams had a really good shot opportunity as Frostivia's beautiful shot barely blocked away, but Lights Out is there for the follow-up as Daniel almost put a beautiful redirect on.
Unfortunate.
Oh, unfortunate play for SG. A little bit of pinball action going on, but the good news is they've got 4 minutes. They got plenty of time, but this is when you need to have a leader in the comms to say, take a deep breath, calm down, everything will be okay. But now for LSV, they have their first lead to start a game. So you gotta be feeling like you're in a much more comfortable position now because of the fact that you are not trailing anymore. And now you can kind of slow the game down and play it at your pace while making SG come to you.
Definitely seeing that come out from here as the players go. What a touch right there, but Frostivia being able to knock that out of the way. But right back, Zohan Lights Out, getting it across the net. Them just trying to go back and forth, a lot of back and forth, a lot of defense, but that's all that LSV need to do here is keep that defense up and make sure that no goals get put into their net. As Lights Out tries to get the redirect, but nice redirect by Swish here, and Fluffy going up for it, getting the touch, but Frostivia there to save it.
Yeah, a great job by Frostivia. It seems like he is now a lot more comfortable in this series as he took a few games, but it feels like he's starting to come online, and you got to be a bit worried if you're SG at Frostivia coming online, as Swish will take this one over to the sidewall. Doesn't have a whole lot of boost, so he just has to throw it, but a miss from Daniel. Lights Out there for the coverage.
Definitely, as we keep going on here, Swish with a great shot on net. Zohan, and the miss also from Fluffy right there. Swish taking the back onto their back wall, trying to just get some sort of great 50 right there as he tries to put it up, but Daniel there to respawn and gets a nice shot on goal, but stopped.
Yeah, and that is one of the concerns of this SG team, is it's a team that tends to double commit a fair bit during series, and this one, Fluffy
Nice
just reading it from the
Fluffy.
heavens. He says that I know exactly where you're going with it. A little bit of mind control as he dunks this one home.
That's really an impressive read by Fluffy there, especially because it was hit back up by one of the blue team members there. I didn't see who, so that was a very impressive read by Fluffy. Nice save by Daniel there.
Ooh, a great follow-up, but Zohan there, couldn't get it
Another great
through.
save by Frostivia, and another great save by Frostivia. Lights Out trying to put it downfield.
Yeah, and now for SG, they're just starting to swarm, and when the swarm is coming, you're just gonna get stung as LSV playoff hopes fading fast as Swish puts it away.
Very interesting to see these teams really fly off here, but now that SG has a little bit of steam, they're full steam ahead. Nothing stopping them as Switch goes up here for a nice little air dribble, trying to get above Daniel, but Daniel manages to easily save that one. But a great pass by Zohan to Swish. Swish not being able to put it away though. Frostivia now trying to take the ball, but instead giving it to Fluffy, where Lights Out tries to 50, not going greatly in their favor. Daniel trying to recover this, bringing it to center.
Yeah, and now you see that warning. A minute left. A minute separate LSV from the postseason, or a nice little game 4. They need to try to extend their life as Lights Out going to try to go high with it. Not going to be able to. Swish shutting it down. And with every clear, those seconds and seconds tick off this clock. But this pass just isn't going anywhere. It was a nice one. But Daniel gonna get it. Zohan does. And there it is. The splash comes out as Zohan drags LSV beneath the waves, and SG might have just secured top 3.
What a play right there by SG, really handling that pressure with LSV going all out, being able to stop that. This is going to be looking like a 3-0 wipe here for LSV. A lot to think into this postseason and going into the new season.
Yeah, and unfortunately for LSV, their time is running thin. An unfortunate situation. It wasn't their fault, but ladies and gentlemen, sometimes luck is against you as SG secure top 3 and will move on in the playoffs.
What a game there. Really just watching them go back and forth. And the big thing was Lone Star was never out of it. They were just never able to just keep it down and secure their position. And they just kept letting SG play with them. And once SG collected steam, it was over. Once SG put 1 goal in, they put 3 more after it.
Yeah, and I mean, gotta feel good if you're SG. A lifeline given to you, as we will officially have Swish coming in for the interview. Swish, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm rejuvenated.
Love to hear it. Now, obviously, you thought you were done. It's your last season. You thought that was it, kind of the ship crashing and burning as it sinks into the ocean. But then you find out the news. What was your kind of reaction to finding out the news that the series would be replayed?
I mean, it was definitely a nice thing to hear, getting to have a second chance. I do think that I still was telling my team, like, the way that we played in that last series, given or not given having someone who was maybe or possibly a Smurf, was not really a series of a team that should be in the top 3. So I think that the way these boys and I played today really showed that, like, we are here to play, we are here to win, and we're here to get stuff done now.
Love to hear it. Now, obviously, I mean, I'll keep it real. Last time was abysmal when you guys played LSU. A lot of people said you underperformed. Fluffy was missing open nets. What did you guys have to do to really have such a good turnaround?
I'm gonna be honest. It really wasn't that different in terms of the way that we go into games. I wasn't really like talking so much more than anyone else. I really just think like the clean slate helped a lot. I think, like, I'm gonna be real, like, Zohan chowed when he needed to chow, fake chowed when there was no danger, like, better than like some like champs that I see play the game. Like, he just understood the series so well that game. And Fluffy and I figured out our shooting again, you know, maybe like only 1 or 2 crossbars as opposed to like the 17 we had the first time playing them. So I mean, I do think the clean slate just really helped us out there.
Love to hear it. Blitz, do you have any questions for Swish before I give him the final one?
All right. My only question to you today is how are you feeling coming out of this, going to the finals, where hopefully you can secure a dub and put your name out there for everyone to see?
I mean, it feels great. I lost to Cub Nuts in the finals last season, so I'm looking to knock them out this time. I think that it really has been a couple weeks since I've really like seen, or we have seen like the peak of of SG that has been through like the regular season. So it's really good to see us come back into form again, and I'm really excited to play Tier 1.
I was definitely very excited to see you guys here today and watch you play. You guys were great. Swish and Fluffy, you two are like peanut butter and jelly. Watching you guys was beautiful. And Zohan being that anchor and support on your team, hey man, Tier 1, you guys better be scared because Swish is coming in to fight.
And true. That
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Swish. Thank you so much for joining us here on the desk. I always like to end it. What's your prediction for the Tier 1 series?
I think they're a very good team. I think they will play a lot more controlled and together than the LSV today. So I'll give it. I can't really say. All I know is it won't be a sweep, but I still do think we come out on top. So 3-1 or 3-2.
Fair enough. Swish, thank you so much for joining us here on the desk. Obviously, take care. Have a great night, and good luck later in the week.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yep, always a pleasure. Guys, that was Swish from the side of SG. Not going to have an interview from LSV. Obviously, wasn't the situation anyone wanted to see, but it's just how it went down. So, SG will officially be moving on to face Tier 1. That will happen later this week. So make sure to keep an eye out. Join the Discord if you haven't already. We're gonna go raid to Frostivia, who we just saw play. Obviously, make sure you give him some kind words, and make sure to join the Discord if you're not already in it. You can get notified when the next games are. You can sign up for the league, everything like that. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here today at Champions League. Thank you so much to my amazing co-caster, Blitz. Blitz, why don't you send us off?
Thank you guys so much for having me, for starters. This is a fun adventure, and you're going to see a little bit of me in Season 3 and possibly this week for a little bit of free agency to kind of show off my skills. But thank you guys again so much for viewing, tuning in. Let's get ready for Tier 1 SG. It's going to be a match of the ages, only to be followed by one of those two playing most hated, making the match of the century right there. So I'm very excited to see how this comes out, and I'm excited to see you guys all later.
Goodbye, everybody. Take care.
Peace.